best flavors out.
Speaking of which, this is just a little side note. When I see, when I'm looking on the internet or whatever, and I see people who have those whole backyard things.
Right, like the backyard kitchens.
It's all built in and stuff. I mean, there's my fantasy right there.
Well, yeah,
you know?
absolutely.
I mean, I just look at that and go, oh, my God. Just walk out there, and it's right there, you know. So, okay, so now somebody's bought a smoker for the first time.
Uh-huh.
Anything you suggest for breaking in a smoker for the first time?
So if it's like a pipe-style smoker, like an old Oklahoma Joe or a Horizon smoker, those things they're not powder-coated on the inside like a lot of cookers are. And so what you want to do is you want to season that cooker like you would cast iron and get a little bit of oil built up in there. Like I said, a pork butt does wonders for an offset cooker. Just burn it hot, and once that fat starts sizzling on that pork butt, it's just going to coat the inside of that cooker, and it'll be good for years to come.
Very good. Well, of course, you can learn more about barbecue at our Facebook page at BBQ Radio Nation. Please like us there and check everything out that's going on. We'd like to thank Joe Pierce for pinch hitting and coming on the store from Slaps Barbecue. He did a great job. Hopefully, we'll have Kelly Wirtz from Four Legs Up Barbecue on next week.
Yeah.
And we'll be bringing him on and talking about any topics.
This is Compass Media Network's presentation of the NFL.
Daniel Carlson to win the game for the Raiders. Snap's good, placement's good, kick is on the way, it is up, and it is good. And the Raiders have won it. Roethlisberger takes the snap. Give to Harris, dives, and he's in for the touchdown. Give to Freeman going to the left side, and Freeman churns the legs into the end zone. Touchdown, and the Ravens put one on the board. On 3rd and 8, Wilson drops back to the midfield logo, and he's hit hard and taken down by T.J. Watt.
Welcome to M&T Bank Stadium, where the Baltimore Ravens host the Pittsburgh Steelers. Today's coverage of the NFL is sponsored by Geico, NFL.com, by Wrangler, Charmin, and by Progressive Insurance.
You're home for NFL Sunday all season long in Hayes and Great Bend. It's KXNC, Net City, 104.7 KISS FM.
Now let's head to M&T Bank Stadium, where Chris Carino and Brian Baldinger kick off today's coverage of the National Football League on Compass Media Networks.
It's one of the fiercest rivalries in the NFL, the Ravens and the Steelers. And today there's a remote possibility that one of these teams could go to the postseason. There's also a possibility that one of the great NFL records could be set here today. And it is more than likely to be the final game in the legendary career of an NFL icon. And we welcome you. Alongside Brian Baldinger, I'm Chris Carino. John Rothstein will join us shortly from our Progressive Insurance Studios in New York City. It is a cold, rainy day in Baltimore, and it may be the final game in the historic career of Ben Roethlisberger. And Brian, these two teams, we want to bury the lead. Yes, they both do kind of have a shot. The winner will have a chance. You got to watch the scoreboard today. The Steelers win, they need a Colts loss in Jacksonville. If the Ravens win, they also need a Colts loss in Jacksonville. They need the Charger-Raider game not to end in a tie, and they need Miami to beat New England. So, a lot of things going on there, Brian. But let's first talk about Big Ben. He has tortured the Ravens over the years. He's also been sacked more by the Ravens than any other team. But an 18-year career will come to an end, and what a career it's been.
It's been a great career. You know, it's been full of Super Bowls and drama, and the terrible towels are waving all around the Ravens Stadium here today.
This is a game for the last time for the NFL. There will be Super Bowl with LVI for the NFL.
Everybody kind of knows it's at the end, but he's still Big Ben.
Guest host,
and, you know, they won a big game on Monday night to stay alive,
for the last
to keep a winning record. They haven't ever had a losing season. Never had a losing
Up next
season,
is Super Bowl
him and Mike
champion
Tomlin
of
are tied at the hip
Buccaneers.
like that. And so there's just a great deal of pride. They're kind of rebuilding this thing with Najee Harris, the running back. But today Ben wants to go out, and if it's his final game, it can't come against a team, you know, any better than the Ravens, because we have all watched this rivalry be the fiercest in the NFL over the last 2 decades.
Yeah, and so many games have been decided by one score. I think 15 of the games during the Tomlin-Harbaugh era have come down to one score. And the Steeler team, well, they're going to go above 500. As you mentioned, Mike Tomlin, in all 15 years that he's coached, has been at 500 or better. And, of course, the ingredient there is that his quarterback, for the most part, a couple injuries here and there, has been Ben Roethlisberger. T.J. Watt could break the sack record. That's what I was mentioning before. He's one behind Michael Strahan's records back in 2002. We'll see if that happens here today. He had 4 last week against Cleveland. But let's touch before we go here on the Ravens, because this was a season that could have been 8-3 record in the first 11 games. They've lost 5 games in a row, but 4 of those games have been decided by a total of 5 points.
Well, they go for 2, Chris.
Twice.
When they have a chance to tie and go into overtime, and one of them was to Pittsburgh. And that's what started this losing streak 5 weeks ago. So they had a chance to do that. They haven't been able to make that 2-point conversion. We'll see Tyler Huntley, which isn't a bad, twin of Lamar Jackson.
All right, we will, and he has been terrific. And we'll have the Ravens and the Steelers coming up. More of our coverage from M&T Bank Stadium in Baltimore. When we come back, John Rothstein will dive deeper into this historic matchup in the Progressive Insurance Studios. You're listening to Compass Media Networks. This is the NFL.
It's not easy being the one everyone counts on to keep the facility running, no matter the weather or supply chain hiccup. But we get you, Raymond in Buffalo, and Maria in Miami, Jules in Minneapolis, and Stan in Central Indiana, taking control of everything that's under your control. At Grainger, we're here for you with experienced branch staff at over 250 locations, so you get the product you're looking for. Call, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
You coming to bed, hon?
Yep, honey, I'll be right there. Just gotta turn out the light. Ow! Ow!
Some things never change. Like your kids always leaving tiny toys on the floor for you to step on. And Geico saving folks lots of money on their car insurance.
Sweetie, I think I left the downstairs light on.
Please don't make me go.
15 minutes could save you 15% or more.
At Charmin, we heard you shouldn't talk about going to the bathroom in public, so we decided to sing about it.
Get extra strong for your South Pole. Charmin keeps your undies whiter than the North Pole. Shiny hiney, a brand new year. Call it a Charmin. Happy New Year. May your holidays be Charmin, clean, merry, and bright. May all your undies be Charmin, clean, white.
Charmin Ultra Strong just cleans better. Enjoy the go with Charmin.
Welcome back to the quickest podcast ever, brought to you by Kohl's.
Today's topic, exercise.
You know, the right gear makes all the difference.
Sure does, which is why I went to Kohl's and got an Adidas hoodie for my husband, Nike sneakers for my son, and some tech gear leggings for myself.
Is shopping your cardio?
More like my motivation. Did I mention I got an extra 20% off and earned Kohl's cash?
Ooh, BRB, running to Kohl's.
Select styles, Adidas and Nike coupons do not apply. 20% off ends January 9th. Some exclusions apply. See store or Kohl's.com for details.
Everybody ready? Welcome to the Progressive Insurance Studios in New York City. Now, to dive deeper into today's matchup, here's your host, John Rothstein.
John Rothstein from the Progressive Insurance Studios. Save when you bundle auto, home, or motorcycle insurance. Visit Progressive.com on the game we're bringing to you right here today on Compass Media Networks, the final game of the 21-22 season in the National Football League. The 8-8 Baltimore Ravens will entertain the 8-7-1 Pittsburgh Steelers, and I would be remiss if I told you that I wasn't feeling a bit melancholy today. I would be remiss if I told you that I wasn't feeling a bit sad today, because today, very well, could be the last game that Ben Roethlisberger starts in the regular season of his fabled 18-year career. Today will be the 247th career start for Roethlisberger, and any time you are a franchise quarterback that has led an NFL franchise to the Super Bowl.
This is sad in the NFL, but don't worry, we will be Super Bowl, the Super Bowl, LFE, Super Bowl champion of Buccaneers.
For nearly 2 decades, the face of one of the most storied franchises, not just in football, but in all of sports. And Pittsburgh will go against the familiar foe today, and the final Sunday of the regular season in the NFL is one where you keep an eye on all scenarios throughout the league. And good for Pittsburgh fans, there is still an opportunity to play for something, and it's going to be complicated, but that's what we're here to decipher. The Steelers can make the playoffs with a win today, and if the Colts lose to Jacksonville, and if the Raiders and Chargers game doesn't end in a tie. So while that latter part is unlikely, with a win today and a Colts loss to Jacksonville, the Steelers have a chance to extend the run for Ben Roethlisberger, who is 16-10 in his career against the Ravens and 2-1 in the playoffs. And even though he is in his 18th year, he has still had a very good season. 21 touchdown passes, 9 interceptions, and a QB rating of over 87. Now, conversely, the Ravens also have a lot to play for, and again, it's going to be complicated. Ravens have, and they need losses by the Chargers and the Colts, and then a loss or a tie from the Dolphins. Now, for the Ravens, to me, it's simple. They've been shorthanded at quarterback without Lamar Jackson, but it also is a team that consistently cannot be good in close games. 8 games have been decided by 3 points or less, and Baltimore is just 4-4 in those 8 games. 4 losses have been by 5 points. This team has not been good in close games. They'll obviously have to be today, as both teams today playing for a chance to continue their season. But both teams, as we know, need a lot of help elsewhere. When we return, we will hear from Baltimore linebacker Josh Bynes. I'm John Rothstein in Progressive Insurance Studios, New York. You're listening to the NFL on Compass Media Networks.
Did you have an appliance unexpectedly break down? Not in the budget? No credit? No problem. Stop by your local Sears hometown store today and lease a brand new appliance from our best brand selection of Whirlpool, Maytag, LG, Samsung, KitchenAid, and more. Not only does your Sears hometown in Hayes offer leasing on brand new products, it's also at a low monthly price that fits your budget. So visit your Sears hometown in Hayes today at 2706 Vine Street for great leasing on new products. Age and income requirements may apply. See store for details.
I used to have a honey-do list that was longer than my leg, but I finally convinced my wife to hire DW Home Improvement in Hayes. Not only did they do great work, but they truly cared about what we envisioned and took pride in making that dream come true. If you need work done around your home, don't try to do it yourself. Give Dustin at DW Home Improvement a call. DW Home Improvement, 785-787-0900. That's 785-787-0900.
Bondurant Crop Services in Nest City is ready to serve you, specializing in fertilizer, chemical sales, and application, plus seed, wheat treating, and blending. Looking for a great price? Bondurant has the fairest price of fertilizer you're going to find in Nest County. Bondurant Crop Services serves Nest County and the surrounding counties. Most importantly, they deliver their product. Call Toby, 798-3775. Don't forget to call Western Fuel and Supply for all your commercial and farm bulk fuel needs and deliveries. Bondurant Crop Services in Nest City, making your life easier.
At Post Rock Pet Boarding in Hayes, we understand that you aren't just leaving a pet with us. You are entrusting us with part of your family. Whether you are leaving them while on vacation or just stopping by for a nail trim, rest assured that your pet will receive the best care and attention possible. To book or for more information on our services, call us at 785-261-9443. That's 785-261-9443, or visit us at www.postrockpetboarding.com.
You grew up in Hayes, went to Hayes High, went to Fort Hayes, and met the love of your life here. To find the ring of her dreams, why not choose Hayes? At Diamond Art Jewelry, Dustin will help turn her dream ring into a reality. Diamond Art Jewelry works with top designers to ensure the highest quality at the best prices. Diamond Art Jewelry, on the Bricks in downtown Hayes.
The 2022 Apache sprayers have arrived at Simpson Farm Enterprises. Covering a massive amount of acres in a day is critical. That's what Apache sprayers are all about. They're dependable, efficient, with large capacity tanks. Visit with Simpsons about which Apache meets your needs. AS 850 with an 800-gallon tank. AS 1050 with a 1,000-gallon tank. AS 1250 with a 1,200-gallon tank. Contact Simpson Farm Enterprises of Ransom, Hayes, Great Bend, and Beloit, or at simpsonfarm.com today to see the model year 2022 Apache sprayers.
Spears.
John Rothstein here inside the Progressive Insurance Studios in New York, getting you set for an AFC battle in Baltimore between the 8-8 Ravens and the 8-7-1 Steelers. Now joined by Ravens linebacker Josh Bynes. How are you? Thanks for taking the time.
Oh, no problem. Thanks for having me. I really appreciate it.
First off, talk to us about the vibe in the locker room. The team has lost 5 games in a row, but you still have a lot to play for in the final weekend of the season.
Yeah, I mean, we're just very, kind of pissed off, really. I mean, we should have definitely did better in finishing these 4 out of at least 5 are for sure games, and finished and made that one more play than the other team. And unfortunately, we didn't. We came up short, 2 points or less out of 4 of the last 5. And we just got to find a way to finish games to those, games that we do fall short on by that 1 or 2 points that we actually finish with the game flipped the other way around. We end with a W. And we got to do that for sure this coming Sunday against Pittsburgh.
Give us some insight on the season in general. You've had so many injuries, and then COVID has impacted rosters every single week. What has been the approach to being competitive each and every week?
You have to have a next man up mentality. It sounds cliche because everybody talks about that, but it's really definitely ingrained in the Ravens' DNA here. It's just, it's been next enough for a lot of guys, including myself early on in my career, is just being able to be ready when their name is called. And that's what guys have to do. And that's what guys, not only just here, but throughout the league, never know when your opportunities may come. And you just have to be super prepared for each and every situation, because you never know. All of a sudden, be middle of a game, and all of a sudden 2 guys at your position get hurt. You're like, oh, wow, I got to play. And all of a sudden, that's your opportunity. So you just got to be ready when your name is called, and we just have guys ready to step in and go out there and play great sound football.
Today's game against the Steelers could potentially be Ben Roethlisberger's last game in the National Football League. Any memories as you reflect about competition against him?
Just none but the victories. All the wins you get against Ben, because he's one of the best quarterbacks for sure that's played this game, and the talent that he has and displayed over the last almost 2 decades has just been unbelievable. So you cherish those wins against them because they don't come easy by any means. And when you think you're winning, you have another thing coming, because he knows how to find a way to finish games. And just definitely Ben is definitely one of the favorites and one of the best that played this game. So for sure.
John Rothstein joining you from the Progressive Insurance Studios in New York, getting you set for an AFC battle in Baltimore between Ravens and the Steelers. Baltimore 8-8 on the season. The Steelers 8-7-1, joined by Ravens linebacker Josh Bynes. And obviously the Steelers' rushing attack is a focal point today. Harris has been awfully tough the last couple of weeks. Your thoughts on facing him today?
Yeah, Najee Harris is a really good running back, and he's doing an excellent job for them. He's strong, he's powerful, has more speed than you think. And he's just definitely doing his thing out there. And, we got to definitely make sure we stop the run. That's first and foremost each and every week, but for sure this week, and making sure that we dominate up front. And that's just we start in the trenches, the front 7, us making sure we get downhill and we go out and attack this run.
The Ravens need a victory today and then a bunch of help elsewhere to make postseason. How much is a talking point, or do you simply go out there and play the game?
No, we just got to focus on the Steelers at hand. Obviously, we all know the situation. We have to win this game in order to have a chance again. And that's reality, regardless if we try to ignore it or not. That's just what it is. And we know what we have to do. Obviously, we knew what we had to do these last some odd weeks. We just didn't capitalize on it. We didn't finish. And we know we got to get that done this Sunday, because we know the Steelers are looking forward to. But at the end of the day, we know we the ones need to get this victory on Sunday for sure.
Josh, thanks so much for your time. Best of luck out there today against Pittsburgh, and, of course, moving forward.
No, I appreciate it. Thank you, John, again. I appreciate it.
That's Baltimore Ravens linebacker Josh Bynes. I'm John Rothstein. When we return, we will get you caught up to date on everything that's happening during Week 18 in the National Football League. You're listening to Compass Media Networks. This is the NFL.
Why does Walgreens offer copays as low as $0 and 90-day refills? Because we care about Medicare, so you don't have to. I mean, do you really care to hear me go on about same-day prescription delivery making your life easier? Or how there's a pharmacy expert available 24/7 and one-click refills? Well, I just did anyways. Fill your Medicare prescriptions with Walgreens and save.
$0 copays apply to Tier 1 generic drugs and select plans with Walgreens as a preferred pharmacy. Restrictions apply. See walgreens.com/Medicare for complete details.
Nobody protects you from mayhem like Allstate. I'm a speed bump. Did you hear what I said? I'm a speed bump. And if you have cut-rate car insurance, the cost to reattach your muffler could really be a bump in the road. So switch to Allstate, save money, and be better protected from mayhem, like me.
Based on coverage and limits selected. Subject to terms, conditions, and availability. In most states, prices vary based on how you buy. Allstate Bar and Casualty Insurance Company and affiliates, Northbrook, Illinois.
The NFL playoffs are here, and it all kicks off on January 15th with Super Wild Card Weekend. Action gets started with a Saturday doubleheader, followed by a Sunday tripleheader. And for the first time ever, a Wild Card Monday. 3 days, 6 games, one epic weekend. The road to Super Bowl 56 starts here. Super Wild Card Weekend, January 15th through January 17th. Visit NFL.com/schedule for the full schedule.
Peloton is bringing so much new for the new year. With the Peloton bike, you get access to new classes and new artist series. Punch up your power with Peloton Boxing. Work out to your favorite music with 100-plus artist series classes. For a limited time, experience it all with a $550 value offer on the Peloton Bike Plus, including $300 off the Bike Plus and free setup and delivery. A $250 value. Terms apply.
John Rothstein from Progressive Insurance Studios, New York. Drivers who switch and save with Progressive save over $700 on average. Well, it's the final week of the regular season in the National Football League. The game we're bringing to you right here on Compass Media Network. The 8-8 Ravens host the 8-7-1 Steelers, but a busy day elsewhere on the slate. Bengals will be in Cleveland to take on the Browns. The Packers, 13-3, will be in Detroit to take on the Lions. The Bears are at the Vikings, the Washington football team, and will be in northern New Jersey to take on the Giants. 9-7 Colts will close out the season on the road against the Jaguars. Meanwhile, the 11-5 Titans are in Houston to take on the Texans. The Saints are at the Falcons. The Jets will be in western New York to take on the Bills. Meanwhile, the 49ers will be in Southern California to take on the 12-4 Rams. A wrap-up game in the AFC East. That's 10-6 Patriots, 6-1 away from home. Will be in Miami to take on the Dolphins. Seahawks are at the Cardinals. The Chargers will visit the Raiders. Final from Saturday in the National Football League. The Chiefs finished at 12-5 with a 28-24 win over the Denver Broncos. And the Cowboys all over the Eagles, 51-26. Dallas finishes the season at 12-5. Dak Prescott had 5 touchdown passes. He was 21 of 27 for 295 yards. When we return, we will send it back to the field and get you set for the keys to the game. I'm John Rothstein of the Progressive Insurance Studios, New York. To listen to the NFL on Compass Media Network.
Football and pumpkin spice lattes are here, and with cooler temperatures around the corner, having a proper running furnace will keep you and your family cheering all season long. Call Worth Heating, Plumbing, and Air Conditioning to
When harvest starts, you need equipment and a dealership you can count on. BTI Equipment is your harvest headquarters with a full line of John Deere equipment, parts inventory, and highly trained service technicians to keep you up and running. Sign up for your no-cost winter service inspection now. Spots are filling up fast. Schedule your service request online anytime. Visit BTIEquipment.com for details. BTI Equipment, our family, in partnership with your family.
State Farm agent Lindsay Bays is a proud supporter of the Nest City Eagles. Whether you are looking for your first insurance product or just shopping around, Lindsay is sure to find you a great deal. Need a quote on homeowners insurance? Maybe your vehicle rates just skyrocketed. Whatever the reason, Lindsay and her friendly staff are here to help you. State Farm agent Lindsay Bays. Call her today at 785-798-2513 or stop by her office at 123 North Pennsylvania Avenue in Nest City to get your quote.
You can't trust your farming operation to just anyone. You want someone locally that knows the area, your name, and is just a phone call away. That's why farmers in the Healy, Scott, Oakley, and Gove areas trust Smoky Hill Ag for their dry and liquid fertilizer applications, chemical application, seed sales, chemical and fertilizer sales, and much more. We are locally family-owned business and give the small town service to our entire coverage area. Smoky Hill Ag, serving the local farmers in Lane, Scott, Gove, Thomas, and Logan counties.
Are you looking to stay active and keep fit this fall? Do you need a comfortable pair of work shoes? What better way to get moving than a new pair of athletic shoes from Brown Shoe Fit and Hayes? We offer many top brands such as Brooks, Hoka, Ultra, Saucony, On Running, and New Balance. Come visit our fit experts who will guide you in finding the perfect pair of shoes. We also offer custom fit orthotics, which offer relief for sore feet, knees, and backs. So come see us today, Brown Shoe Fit Company at 2510 Vine Street in Hayes. Find us on Facebook for the latest product updates.
At Nextech Wireless, we've got your holiday needs covered with the iPhone 13 Pro or the Samsung Galaxy Z Flip 3 on us for new and existing customers. If you want to make the switch but your current provider has you stuck in an agreement, don't worry. Trade in that phone for a new one with Nextech Wireless and we'll pay off your old agreement for up to $1,000. Call, text, or visit us for more information. Nextech Wireless. We are Kansas.
Chris Carino and Brian Baldinger back with you in Baltimore, getting ready for the Ravens and the Steelers. And the keys to the game are sponsored by the Home Depot. Right now at the Home Depot, enjoy savings on top-rated appliances online, in stores, or on the Home Depot app. The Home Depot, how doers get more done. U.S. only while supplies last. Ends January 26, 2022. Final game of the illustrious 18-year career of Ben Roethlisberger. The Ravens are being introduced to the crowd right now on a rainy, cold day in Baltimore. The Steelers, the all-time series, 31-24. 21 of the last 27 matchups decided by one score, and Ben Roethlisberger has been a part of most of those. Brian, in terms of the keys to the game, both teams with an outside shot at a playoff spot. Where are we starting here today?
I think you got to start with what we saw from Pittsburgh on Monday night. Najee Harris, the rookie, had 28 carries, had his best game of the year. They ran for 188 yards against Cleveland, and they looked really good doing it. And I think that's what they want to do here today. Baltimore has been very beat up defensively. A lot of players on injury reserve. They got a new center in there at Pittsburgh right now, J.C. Hassenauer, and they look better. And as much as this is about Ben in his final game, he'd love to be able to turn around and hand it off to the rookie, Najee Harris.
Yeah, that's the guy they want to do it from. Incidentally, they did a video tribute incorporating Ben Roethlisberger here before the game, but it was like every big hit that he'd ever taken against the Ravens. The other side of things here, this is a Raven team. We talked about how it's a shoulda, coulda, woulda season. You know, I don't know how many people were expecting them to be really good, but they got out to an 8-3 start this year, and then they ran into some injuries, COVID-related. Lamar Jackson is still out. He's missed the last 3 games. So it's 4 of their last 5 losses have been by a total of 5 points. They're so close to a playoff spot. If one of those games goes in their direction, they're in the postseason.
Well, they've had plenty of chances. They've had games that have come down to the final play where they've gone for a 2-point conversion on 2 occasions in these last 5-game losing streak, and they just haven't converted them. That could have been 2 wins, and who knows? Maybe they're winning the division. So that's part of it. You know, but we're going to see Tyler Huntley out here today. He's a young player out of Utah. I tell you, Chris, this kid can play. He can be a starting quarterback in this league. He really conducts himself well. I don't know if he's faster than Lamar. I asked him that today. He goes, no, LJ, he still got me. But he can run. He throws on the run really well. He sees the field well. He's getting the ball to all of his receivers. And so I think this Tyler Huntley is going to give Pittsburgh all they can handle.
And we'll see if he stays upright against T.J. Watt, who's one sack away from tying the record. We'll have the opening kickoff between the Ravens and the Steelers. It's up next. You're listening to Compass Media Networks. This is the NFL.
15 minutes could save you 15.
Let's pause 10 seconds for station identification. You're listening to the NFL on Compass Media Networks.
Your home for NFL Sunday all season long in Hayes and Great Bend. It's KXNC, Net City, 104.7 KISS FM.
Raining in Baltimore. It's a Counting Crows song there, Baldy. I don't know if you know that one, but that is what the description of today. Raining about 37 degrees. It's a natural grass surface, maybe a little slippery out there. You were down on the field for a while.
Yeah, I think the field's going to be okay. I mean, I think we're pretty lucky, though, that it's just raining.
You went out there, though.
January 9th.
You with no coat, no overcoat. You got your suit on. When you came up, you were glistening.
Yeah.
It's just it's enough
mist.
out there. It's a mist to make you glisten.
Yeah.
Sean Hockley has the sleeves on. He's not showing off the guns like his dad used to. But Sean is calling the captains out to the Raven Maryland logo at midfield. The Steelers in white jerseys, yellow pants. The Ravens, black jerseys, white pants. Here's Sean Hopkins.
Call the toss. That's a heads. That's a tails. Heads, tails. What's your call, Ben? Tails is the call. He's called tails. It is a heads. Baltimore has won the toss. You want to defer. Baltimore has won the toss and is elected to defer. You want the ball. Which way would you like to kick? Pittsburgh will receive on this end. Good luck, gentlemen.
And Ben Roethlisberger out there with a wool cap, little palm on the top, and he was the one who said, we want the ball. His last coin toss in the NFL if they don't make the playoffs.
That's true. And he was out there with Derek Watt, Cam Hayward. Derek Watt, the brother of T.J. Watt, going for that record. But yes, this is this is one of these days where you want to play well, you want to win, and it won't hit him for a while, I don't think.
He kind of, we'll see emotionally where he is. Last week on Monday night, it was the last home game. They got the win in Cleveland. After the game, he stood out there for a long time. He took a lap around the stadium, and now got to get charged up. I think, though, once he walks onto this field here in Baltimore, you see the crowd getting up. There is a shot at a playoff spot that'll get him charged up here.
I remember last year when they lost a playoff game to Cleveland, he sat on the bench for an hour after the loss at Heinz Field. And he's got a smile on his face, though, right here. I mean, there's a bunch of terrible towels inside this stadium that have invaded Baltimore today.
Brian, I got to point this out. So Terrell Suggs is the legend of the game, and he's coming out right now. And he is in camouflage, and he's got the mask on like Bane from Batman. And he's full Bane outfit. And he's out there, he's doing the Raven with his arms. And if you saw the movie when in Batman with Bane as the bad guy, they go out on the field in Pittsburgh and destroy the field. And, of course, we're here in Baltimore. Maybe that's a little symbolism right there.
Maybe
going to destroy the Steelers.
Maybe before Ben takes the field, he'll just go hit him one more time.
He might just – it'd be funny just to see Terrell Suggs just go out there and just sack him.
Lay him out one last time.
This is for old time's sake.
Yeah, just for fun.
The Ravens in the black helmets and jerseys, white pants, going to be kicking it off from left to right. Ray McLeod is standing back at his own 5-yard line for the Steelers. Ball in the air, we're underway. McLeod going to take it on the run forward at the 7 at the numbers on the left. Veers toward the middle of the field across the 20. Threw a hole to 30, 35, and knocked off his feet at the 39-yard line by Chuck Clark of the Ravens. Justin Tucker was right in front of him, was the last guy if Clark didn't get him, and Justin Tucker wanted no part of taking down Ray McLeod. So now here comes Big Ben Roethlisberger, holds all the major passing records in Steelers franchise history as he comes out perhaps for one last time in an NFL game. 5th all-time passing yards, attempts, and completions in NFL history. 15 3,000-yard seasons. Only Brady, Favre, Breeze, and Manning have more. Josh Bynes wrapped him up by the ankles and took him down. A yard gain for Najee Harris, who's over 1,100 yards on the season.
He started every game for the Steelers, and he's exactly what you want at the tailback position. He's a massive, massive guy. Unbelievable power to him. And if he gets in the open field, he can run away from people. He might be the closest physically to Derrick Henry as there is in his back.
He's 6'1", 232. Also, like Henry out of Alabama, the 24th pick this year. He's to the right of Roethlisberger, who's out of the gun on 2nd and 9. First series of the game, Roethlisberger kicks his left leg, takes a chin-high snap, gives to Harris, running off left tackle, gets to the 40, and he's swarmed on. Taken down, led by Patrick Queen, their leading tackler in the middle. A gain of a yard, 3rd and 8 coming up for the Steelers.
Well, the Steelers are starting J.C. Hassenauer at center. He started last week for the rookie Kendrick Green, and they played much better. Now they also have Joe Haig starting at left tackle for Dan Moore. So 2 changes up front from basically the whole season. We'll see how they hold up.
3rd and 8, the crowd rising. Roethlisberger in an empty set. 3 receivers right, 2 to the left. 2 down linemen for the Ravens. See how many come. Snap back, 4 coming. Roethlisberger throws right. It's caught short of the stick. Taken down immediately is Najee Harris. As a wideout out to the right.
He gets stopped at the 44-yard line, a gain of 4, and the Steelers 3 and out in their first possession.
Well, Najee Harris lined up at wide receiver, and Chris Board, the inside linebacker, covered him. And that's kind of what Pittsburgh's offenses look like. A lot of short passes all year. Ben just trying to get the ball out of his hands. And on that play,
Najee got a little banged up.
Well, he came right out of his shoe. So his shoe came off, and it was stuck in the ground.
He hunched over as well. Trainers attended to him. So now the punt is sent high in the air by Presley Harvin and taken on a fair catch by Duvernay at the 20. So a 36-yard punt, no return. And the Ravens come out for their first possession of the game. Scoreless, 12:43 to go in the first quarter. And it's Tyler Huntley, their quarterback, playing for the injured Lamar Jackson. They thought Lamar might give it a go tonight, but he's a late scratch.
I talked to T.J. Watt before the game, and I said, what do you think? You know, you're gonna get the record today? And he goes, the field's pretty good. I'm going to get some chances today. This quarterback, what do you think, Baldy? I said, he gets sacked a lot. He goes, he's going to get sacked more today, too.
He is mobile, but he does get sacked 6 times last week. Takes the snap, fakes the handoff, sets up in the pocket. Now he's scrambling to the near side. He's being chased, and he's going to run out of bounds across the 20 for a yard gain, maybe out to the 22-yard line. He was being chased by Chris Wormley that time. T.J. Watt needs 1 sack to tie Michael Strahan. He's got 21.5 this season. That Strahan record was set back in 2001. There's a lot of people who say there should be an asterisk because this is the 17th game for the Steelers, but he's only played in 14 of them.
Right, he missed a couple starts, and then he came out early of 2 other games.
Yeah. And we know Strahan also got a gift on that last sack.
Yeah, from Brett Favre.
Huntley going to throw left, caught, quick, throw, and take down immediately. Never went to the ground. Rashad Bateman is stood up and taken down by Cameron Sutton after a 3-yard gain. Sets up a 3rd and 5 here for the Ravens.
Well, this is a pass rush situation for T.J. Watt. So he's going up against the right tackle of the Ravens. They've had a bunch of different guys playing that position. Patrick McCarry is playing the right tackle position now. He was their starting center a year ago. They really, outside of Kevin Zeitler at right guard, the free agent they picked up from the Giants, they have juggled offensive linemen throughout the season.
Watt is lined up way out as a left defensive end off the right tackle. He's coming on 3rd and 5. Huntley going to get rid of it quick. Over the middle, it's caught. And it's a first down to Bateman. He's in it across the 40 and taken down at the 43-yard line by Arthur Mollett. But it's an 18-yard pickup on a quick throw from Huntley to Bateman.
A quick, accurate throw. And that's what Huntley can do. I mean, he can put the ball right on you. He's got a better completion percentage than Lamar Jackson in his 4 games he has played right now. But he put it right on him. That's what we call just a bang aid, a skinny post, and he put it right on him.
Huntley, 23 years old, undrafted last year out of Utah. He's out of the shotgun right now. Josh Oliver lined up as a tight end. They've got no Nick Boyle today on the COVID list. On an end around, they give it to Duvernay, running left, and he's going to be scattered out of bounds across the 45 out to the 46, a gain of 2 on the handoff to Duvernay. He's a great punt returner. A lot of times you just want to get the ball in his hands and see if he can do something.